Brace yourselves, there's more wild weather coming. That's the word from the Weather Bureau as the storms lashing the mid-north coast turn deadly and move down towards Sydney. The situation tonight is that the Pacific Highway is closed between Port Macquarie and Nambucca Heads. It'll stay shut at Kempsey for at least 5 days. Here's a snapshot of the worst hit areas. A man died when his car was crushed by a tree at Hillville near Taree. Maxville has recorded its highest flood peak since 1970, and Kempsey dodged a record flood peak late today. The Upper Hunter and Mid-North Coast regions have been declared natural disaster areas, and the federal and state governments have pledged to help. From Kempsey, the ABC's Philippa MacDonald reports.
Days of heavy rain left locals with few options.
At the moment there would be 10,000 people isolated on the lower Macleay, plus some of the families on the upper Macleay that are at the other side of the river.
Near Taree on the mid-north coast, a man was killed when a tree fell on his car. From the air there is a large inland sea. Houses are surrounded by floodwater, cars are partly submerged and livestock is stranded. In Maxville, the river reached its highest flood peak in more than 40 years.
At this stage, we've probably dodged a bullet. It could be so much worse with another half a foot, 8 inches or so on the level. You'd be experiencing major property damage.
In Nambucca Heads, a caravan park was inundated.
Well, we finally got what I always wanted. She said, "What's that?" I said, "A houseboat."
In Kempsey, there was an anxious wait to see how far the floodwaters would rise. More than 1,000 people had to evacuate their homes and motels. Some spent the night at Kempsey High School and were grateful for another night out of the rain.
Comfortable beds, even getting the television for State of Origin tonight.
Most of the town's businesses have closed and the CBD has been sandbagged. Motorists are advised to avoid all travel along the Pacific Highway between Coffs Harbour and Grafton. And here at Kempsey, the Pacific Highway is expected to be closed for at least 5 days. Jackie and Jeff Lewis are just trying to get to the coast.
We're stranded travellers. We can't get home.
While the threat may have eased around Kempsey, floodwaters are closing in tonight on towns further south, with reports some people have had to be airlifted from remote properties. Philippa MacDonald, ABC News, Kempsey.